Hey guys, it's DarudeLeafStorm here, and I'm here with week 1 of SPDA. And week 1, we are taking on the one and only Ted, and I actually cannot remember Ted's team name. I'm Santalune Storms, I believe, mascotted by my boy SPECTRIER. So, let's see what Ted has brought. Is Umbreon here? It is, okay, yep. Torkoal, Wake, Terra, that mon, and Wheezing is here. Okay, Wheezing is really annoying. No Tinkerton, so my Scarf, Dragon Move, Latias looks great. No Serena. Oh god, Specs, TERAPAGOS would have gone crazy here with no Tinkerton around, but that's okay. I think this is what I'm going to go with. Lead Gliscor, get up my rocks early. Wheezing's going to be really annoying for me to deal with, but Palmot looks so good in this game, so let's lead with Gliscor and see where we go from there. But good luck, have fun. To Ted, looking forward to this one. New team. New team, we got a really fun one. SPECTRIER looks like it can just win this game under the right circumstances, so yeah, Wheezing's going to be annoying, especially if it's a T-Spiker, which I fully expect it to be. And let's see what Ted's going to lead with. That sounded like a Lando lead to me. That means I can just Toxic turn 1 though, or Rocks. I think I'm just going to Rocks turn 1. He may Rocks himself. Actually, I might just Toxic. Toxic's really free turn 1, right? Yeah, I'm going to Toxic. Oh, Torn, of course. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. I did not think about that. So now my Gliscor is literally walled by this Lando, which is crazy. Okay. I did not think about that. I've been so bad at prepping recently. I don't know what's been going on. That puts a really big downfall, actually, on things. Ooh, now I'm in a tough spot turn 1. I think I'm gonna have to go into TERAPAGOS. Yeah, this puts me in a bad spot, especially if he goes for rocks now. Taunt Lando's really nice. Oh, goodness me, man. He's gonna withdraw out into what? Cravings. That is Wheezing. Okay. Fine by me. I'm going to get out into my TERAPAGOS. Question is, do I Starstorm this thing? It's going to do a lot. I do think he just goes out into Umbreon. I think Gliscor's my best play covering both of those plays. If he goes for a T-Spike, it's annoying. That's the one play I can't really cover, I feel like. I'm going to Starstorm once. We can kind of see if Umbreon is going to... Okay, so he stays in. So we are going to get the damage on Wheezing. Okay, does not quite take care, which is a little bit annoying. And he just goes for Flamethrower. Okay. So he's going to break my Terra Shell. A little bit annoying, but what can you do, hey? Okay, I want to go out into Gliscor and get my rocks up now. I want to see what we're working with. Pain Split, okay. Fine by me. As I'm literally just focusing on getting my hazards up. So let's get the rocks up. Okay, wait, let me see what this Wheezing goes for. Just a Flamethrower, that's fine. No, it can just be Fizz Death and take that amount, so it doesn't show me anything. I'm going to go for a Toxic here in case he wants to switch. I think. Yeah, I'll go for a Toxic once and then I'll pivot out into Latias. Okay, so does just stay in. Probably just going to click Flamethrower again. Yeah. He's not making any progress, though. So I am kind of tempted to just click it again. I'll click it one more time, and then if not, I'll pivot out into Latias. No, he is just going to stay in. Okay, I'm going to go Latias this next turn. Oh, so you went for Toxic that time. Okay. So he has got the Toxic. So it's Pain Split. I'm assuming Sludge Bomb last move. In that case, do I go Clef Key? Get a screen up, get a spike up. I still think Latias is pretty fine as a pivot. Yeah, I still think Latias is fine. Let's see if he goes for that double Toxic here. Nope, goes to Flamethrower, so that's a perfect turn for me. That's really, really nice. I am just going to drop a Draco, I think. He wants to stay in. I'm going to get a crap ton of damage on this Mon. But obviously, I do think Umbreon is more than likely to switch him. He stays in, and we miss Draco. That's really bad. Wow. Okay, that's really bad. Getting that damage on this thing would have been huge. Okay. I guess I should have just gone for Dragon Pulse. Ouch. Okay, that really sucks. Having this Mon poisoned is not nice. Okay. I'm gonna click it again, because he clearly doesn't mind taking the damage on this Mon. But now we can just click Pain Split, I guess, right? Is that what he's gonna click? No, Thunderbolt. Okay, so he's Flamethrower Thunderbolt. But now he just clicks Pain Split. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, hold on. Let's think about things here, because things are not going our way right now. So it's just going to go for a Pain Split. I can't really do anything to stop that, so I am just going to have to go out into Gliscor for a hot min. This Weezing is getting far too much done for my liking. I knew it was going to be annoying for me to deal with, but Jesus Christ. Jesus. Okay. Do I go for the Spec? Do I go for the Spec win early? What do I need to be at for SPECTRIER to do any damage to this Mon? Okay, I should kill it at +2. Okay. Right, let's think. Let's think what we want to do here. I'm going for Toxic once, again, if he wants to pivot out, but we've seen that he's not fussed about this Mon dying. The thing is, I don't really want to pivot in my Spec on a... I don't want to pivot my Clef Key in on a Flamethrower. This is my main issue right now. I'm going to Protect. Get a bit more health back. And another Flame. Okay. I'm tempted to go hard Spec. I'm not gonna lie. Not get my screens up just yet. But then you can just go Umbreon, so it's a little bit of a waste of time. How much is Flamethrower gonna do to my Clef Key? It's not gonna do a ton. Let me Earthquake. And then we can go out into Clef Key. Goes to T-Bolt. Okay, I stay in one more turn. I'm gonna click Toxic this turn, and then I'm gonna swap into Clef Key on the next one. Because now I click T-Bolt, I think he's gonna pivot into Flamethrower. And I'd rather him go for a T-Bolt the next turn. But I do think that Spec has a really good shot of just winning this game very quickly. I think he can very quickly get out of hand for Ted's team, so goes for another T-Bolt. I kind of want him to click Flamethrower. So I get a free pivot out into my keys. Do I just say screw it and do it now? I'm gonna... I don't know. I'd love to get a free swap in though. Let's just go into keys. Let's just do it. It'll be fine. Should have done this instead of getting my Latias paralyzed, but what can you do? Okay, goes to T-Bolt. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Because now we're going to get a light screen up. I feel like I don't really need a reflect. I think a light screen is good enough for now. So I'm going to get in my spec. Oh, I do need a reflect. What am I doing? Of course I need a reflect. The Umbreon. Okay, it's fine. What am I doing? How much does spec take from Umbreon? Let's go for Taunt. Okay, wait, this is really good for me. This is really good for me. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna nasty plot here. So here's the Umbreon. Do you see that it is leftovers? I'm just gonna taunt. I'm just gonna taunt. Okay, goes for Yawn. Perfect. I'm gonna get to +4 now. Let's go, Spec. Okay, Dark Pulse. Okay, so that's gonna do nothing behind Light Screen. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for Draining Kiss here. Now, obviously, I don't know how many turns of screens I got left, but I haven't got too many left. Okay, it's not even SPDA Umbreon. Dark Pulse comes off. Obviously didn't do a ton. I'm hoping that my... I can't remember if my spec lives a Spec's Walking Wake hit. I've got one turn of Light Screen left. Let's go for another Draining Kiss. Okay, it's going to withdraw. I'm going to go into Torkoal. Cravings, that's the Weezing. Okay. I mean, if I kill this, Gliscor looks better. But I do think that this is probably a decent sat on Ted's part. No need to taunt, I don't think. I think I can just click Shadow Ball. Let me calculate Landorus too. I wonder if like a Scarf Crunch can kill me. Okay, down goes Weezing. So that's one kill for the spec. And we're going to get to +5. Let's see, I think he has to go Torkoal, right? I don't think he has another play. Cloud9, so that's a Lando. So it can't be Sash. So if it's Scarfed, it can kill me. Do I kill Lando at +5 with Draining Kiss? It's a roll and not one I'm willing to take, especially when I've got Healing Wish in the back. So I'm just going to click Shadow Ball. Okay, it is Scarf Crunch. Yep, it doesn't knock me out. Beautiful. So Lando goes down. And that's 2 for Spec. If he goes out into Wake, obviously I've got to respect the Scarf. He could go out into the Slither Wing and click First Impression. I guess that is another play he can make. Smoke. That's new. Is that Torkoal? Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to get another kill. So Spec is going to get 3 kills unless this is Sash. Yep, that's Shadow Ball. If I click Draining Kiss, Loki, I think Ted would have been in a pretty scary position, but... No, because I wouldn't have killed, and he would have hit another one. But it's fine. We're going to take the kill on the Torkoal. So now he's got Wake left, he's got Slither Wing left, and he's got Umbreon left. So Basilisk comes in, so that's going to be the Wake. Are we going to see that your speed? Yeah, okay, so it is going to outspeed me. I do have my TERAPAGOS, which I think takes most things from this mon. Let me just double check before I make this pivot. 99% in the sun. Hydro actually can 2-hit KO me, wildly enough. I'm kind of thinking, do I keep this mon? Like, I'm not going to be able to set up again, really. It's nice to have, sure, but I think my other mons can deal with this. So I think I am going to go for the Draining Kiss and just sack. Yep, there's the Hydro Steam. Because now I get to switch out into my Latias, and I get to kill something with Draco, providing I land. He's going to withdraw. This is going to be the Umbreon sack. It is indeed. And it is a sack because we see it's not SPDA. It takes the rocks. Perfect. Draco's going to knock that out. As long as I have Latias, I don't think Wake can beat me. Just depends on what this Slither Wing is, more than anything. Banded Island there. Oh, so Wake comes back in. Okay. Walking Wake. Draco at -2. Just 63 to 74. I mean, I could just make the Klefki pivot. It kills me, I come back in and go for Draco. Yeah, I think Klefki pivot is actually really fine. There's a Hydro Steam. Okay. Crazy play, Ted, but sure. Sure thing. Probably not great because now I don't have my Reflect. Probably shouldn't have done that, but does Dragon Pulse pick up the KO here? It does. So I think I'm going to click Dragon Pulse. And that should pick up the KO on this. Which it does. Beautiful. Nah, just got Slither Wing to deal with. Which I think I can go out into Gliscor. Has the sun gone away? I think it has. Yeah, I don't see no sun. No sun remaining. I go out into Gliscor. If he Terra Fires, that's fine. I can deal with that. So SPECTRIER 3 and 1. Latias 2 and 0. That's the first impression. Completely fine. Because now, unless he's like Trailblaze, I think Latias can always revenge it. Once I hit a Toxic. So probably not Terabug, otherwise I think we would have gone for it there. I think it was a Fire and... What's the other one? Fire and Flying. What if he's Terra Flying Taunt? That would be pretty crazy. Bro, if this man pulls out Terra Flying Taunt right now... Okay, it's Terra Fire, so I could have just gone for Earthquake, but it's fine. Okay, there's the Flare Blitz. This is a lot. I did Slither Wing that, I did a lot. With the Toxic. We're going to get some health back. And then I'm going to put Protect, get a bit more health back. And I don't know if we live another after that healing. We probably don't. If not, I get to go out into Palmart and click Double Shock or Latias and click Dragon Pulse. Probably Palmart because I don't know whether this thing's AV or not. Which it very well could be. And I think that should be game. Well, it definitely is game because unless he's like Rest, he's not going to have enough turns. I don't see how Ted escapes this one from this position. But just proving that SPECTRIER is a broken mon. Pretty crazy early game. Gliscor hangs on. What a mon. What a mon. So we are going to knock this thing out with Earthquake. And we're going to pick up a nice 4-0 win week 1 versus Ted and his scary, scary Sun team. But yeah, GG's to Ted. Yeah, I mean, I knew SPECTRIER was going to go crazy in this game. And it just goes to show you, like, the mon's silly. The mon's silly. Under screen support as well, it just was an insane, insane mon here. But yeah, GG's again to Ted. Really nice game. The early game was pretty crazy. The early game was wild. I should have just made the switch into Klefki earlier. I was just messing around a bit. But, yeah, if I caught something on that Toxic, though, it would have been really nice for me. So, you know, it's one of those at the end of the day. But, yeah, GG's again to Ted. Thank you guys so much for watching week 1. And make sure you come back for week 2. And let me just double check who we play, actually. Oh, it's Mr. Ksorn. That's who it is. We face Ksorn next week, and that is going to be a hell of a good match. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And yeah, hopefully we can pick up a win next week. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Been DarudeLeafStorm, and I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.